From being sick of dealing with extremely unprofessional writers, to possibly having to give his valuable time to the video game, here's the real reason why Henry Cavill won't be returning for The Witcher Season 4. I mean, he literally went from loving the role to willingly stepping away from it. From the moment he stepped into the shoes of Geralt of Rivia, Cavill just couldn't stop talking about how much he loved playing The Witcher. In 2019, he revealed that he would play The Witcher games and read the books in his free time. It wasn't just a job for him, it was like living out his wildest dreams, you know? That's why everyone was shook when he left the show out of nowhere. But here's the thing. Henry's been dropping subtle hints left and right about his beef with Netflix's Witcher franchise. And you know what the issue is? He's a fanboy, plain and simple. The guy wanted a faithful adaptation, one that honored the source material. Can't blame him for that, can we? He wanted to see all the epicness from Andrzej Sapkowski's novels and those classic games come alive on the screen. But the creative team had other ideas. They decided to go rogue and veer off the path Henry wanted so badly. They brought in a completely new villain, the Deathless Mother. The character doesn't exist in the novel, and just sounds like something they made up on the spot. What made things even worse was a glimpse at the behind-the-scenes that the writer Beau DeMaio revealed. This guy actually left The Witcher because of the attitude of some of his fellow writers. Apparently, they all kinda hated the storyline of the games and the books, and would openly mock it at times. Can you imagine that? No wonder Cavill left before Season 4. But what the writers don't understand is that Cavill's exit could make things much worse for Geralt. In just 2 seasons, he turned grunts and minimal dialogue into a whole character. Sure, it became a meme, but come on, that's some next-level acting right there. He took what he had, which wasn't much, and still made Geralt shine. Season 2 saw a more mature Geralt, fiercely protecting Ciri. And let's not forget the killer chemistry he had with his co-stars Alan and Chilatra. That definitely added some extra magic to the mix. But with Henry gone, we'll never get to see that again. And what's made things even worse for Witcher fans is the fact that he's being replaced. And that too by Liam Hemsworth. Look, Liam's a talented guy, no doubt, but playing Geralt, that's a whole different ballgame. Even if he tries to follow Cavill's approach, he'll end up as a completely different character. And let's be honest, the risk is real here. If Hemsworth brings his own changes, it's a toss-up whether they'll work or not. But here's the thing. The biggest challenge is making his Geralt feel connected to Cavill's version and the other characters. I mean, let's face it, Geralt of Rivia is what he is because of Cavill's amazing portrayal. So it's gonna be one tough monster to slay for Hemsworth. But then again, the guy nailed it as Gale Hawthorne in the Hunger Games franchise, showing he's not new to playing tough characters. And let's not forget, the Hunger Games had its fair share of dystopian vibes, which could be great preparation for the grittier side of The Witcher. He's also no stranger to action and adventure, thanks to his roles in Independence Day Resurgence and The Expendables 2. That's right, he's faced off against all kinds of villains, including non-human entities. So if we need someone who can swing a sword and kick some monster butt, Hemsworth might just be our guy. And hey, let's not overlook the fact that he's got a secret weapon up his sleeve. What's that, you ask? I'm sure Liam's getting some pretty solid advice from his brother Chris Hemsworth, aka the Mighty Thor. If anyone knows a thing or two about wearing wigs on set and handling epic roles, it's our favorite God of Thunder. So it's safe to say that Liam knows exactly where to go for help. But at the end of the day, what does all this mean for Henry? Could he have left The Witcher for something bigger? When Henry Cavill left the Witcher franchise, many people thought it could have been because he wanted to play Superman instead. It wasn't long after his exit that it was announced that Cavill would be playing the Man of Steel once again. But then, just 2 months after this announcement, Cavill took to Instagram to reveal he wasn't playing the Man of Steel anymore. All of this back and forth gave me some serious whiplash. It was like deja vu for everyone. And well, it seems like James Gunn might be the reason behind it all. Why? Because he's rebooting Superman. And not just any Superman, a younger version of the hero, leaving Henry Cavill out of the picture. But wait, What about Cavill's cameo in the Black Adam post-credit scene? Well, here's where things get a little wonky. Cavill did confirm his comeback, only to have the rug pulled out from under him less than 2 months later. And let me just tell you, the whole situation was a roller coaster of emotions for the fans. Apparently, the studio gave him the green light to announce his return after the premiere of Black Adam. Only plans changed faster than a speeding bullet. And it was all because of James Gunn and Peter Safran, the new power duo leading DC Studios. They swooped in and shook things up, signaling a fresh start for the DC universe. Warner Brothers decided to go all in on Gunn and Safran's vision, which means they needed a clean slate to build this shiny new DC franchise from scratch. Now that Henry isn't playing Witcher or Superman, what's next for him? Well, he seems to be getting ready for a movie called Argylle, directed and produced by Matthew Vaughn. This flick is based on an upcoming novel by Ellie Conway. In Argylle, Cavill plays a badass spy who conveniently suffers from amnesia. But wait for it, because he's tricked into believing he's actually a famous spy novelist. Talk about a plot twist. But don't worry, once his memories and killer skills come rushing back, it's revenge time. He's out to take down the shadowy organization he used to work for, aptly named The Division. And that's not all. He's also starring in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Based on Damian Lewis's book, this movie takes us back to World War II, where a team of elite soldiers is assembled by the British military to give the Nazis a taste of their own medicine. But this isn't your typical war movie. No sir. This squad is all about embracing their inner rogues and using unconventional tactics. Leading the charge is none other than Henry Cavill himself, portraying the commander of this top-secret combat organization. But wait, there's more. Director Guy Ritchie and the legendary producer Jerry Bruckheimer have big dreams for this movie. They're envisioning the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare as a full-blown franchise. That's right, if this mission strikes gold with audiences and critics, we might get to see more of Cavill's brilliant leadership and heart-stopping action in future installments. Can you just imagine the possibilities? But his most exciting project is one he's been hyping up for quite some time now. It's Warhammer. I mean, this role was practically made for him. We all know Cavill loves playing video games, so he probably knows a lot about Warhammer, and will probably love the entire process leading up to the production too. He's teaming up with Amazon to bring us a Warhammer TV show. The actor revealed the news in an Instagram post to hype everyone up. Finally, a post that wasn't about him leaving one role or the other. And Cavill mentioned that this is just the beginning, because they're actually building a Warhammer cinematic universe. So it seems like we're in for a treat. But a lot of people are still stuck in the past, wondering whether the actor will ever return as the Witcher. Well, probably not. Not in the show at least. But there's a chance he could make a comeback in the CDPR games. How cool is that? The games already have a legendary Geralt voiced by Doug Cockle. But Cavill's legacy deserves its own respect, right? So why not bring him back as someone entirely different in the Witcher universe? The timing couldn't be more perfect. With the transition into a new trilogy, the game opens up exciting possibilities for new characters. CDPR can find a natural fit for Cavill instead of forcing him into the Witcher universe. Plus, let's not forget that Cavill is a hardcore fan of the material. The man practically breathes Witcher, so why not bring that passion into the game? But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. CDPR is keeping tight-lipped about the upcoming title. Remember the long wait we endured for Cyberpunk 2077? Yeah, let's hope they don't make us twiddle our thumbs for too long. But if they do decide to team up with Cavill, it would be a perfect tribute to his time as Geralt. A new chapter, a fresh face, and the continuation of a legendary saga. So, from possibly having to give his time to the video game franchise, to being sick of dealing with extremely unprofessional writers, this was the real reason why Henry Cavill won't be returning for The Witcher Season 4.